Hello, welcome back to a new Transformers toy review. I am ModelCon, and I'm back with a new Transformers toy review. This time, I am reviewing the DK-61 upgrade kit for Transformers Legacy Vector Prime. So here is my Vector Prime review. Well, I already have a Vector Prime review, but this is the upgrade kit. Now, the upgrade kit, it's good at some point, but then it just kind of, I don't know, but let's go over it. So first off, you get these pieces. You get these little pieces. These are going to be like right here, just like that one. I left that one on. There's this one. There's the shoulder pads. You also have some for the forearm pieces. These pieces just plugged in there. I'll put them on right now as well, but there is one thing that I don't mind, but I'm kind of like off about it. I don't really buy that much DNA upgrade kits in my opinion. Well, my experience actually. But where is it? Right here. It says usage of glue is needed, same on other side. So it's talking about these pieces. They do fall off easily. So I'm guessing you just got to put the glue here, and then it'll just kind of go in there. Here, I'll show you how they go. So, oh, wow. Well, that just happened. Let me try to get that piece. That's my main concern, I want to say. But, yeah, you just got to, like, make sure it goes in there like that. And then you just, boop. And that's basically it for the front of the legs. It also comes with these pieces. These are pretty cool. It makes, because the original version had this plane, so it just kind of gives it a little more volume to it, you know. And then the wings are cool, but they're a little too heavy. I don't know if it's my figure, my copy, that's just kind of like, you know, a little wobbly, but it just a little too heavy, and he kind of falls off at some point. But with the whole kit on it, you can stabilize him a little more. So it's just because of that knee right there. So I mean, yeah. But yeah, it's not bad. So it's easy to set up the upgrade kit. So here are the feet. We're gonna take these off. These are for transformation as well. But what we're supposed to do is take off this piece. This piece, you take that off. Same thing with the other one. Take it off. And then we're just going to grab Vector Prime. And we're just going to put these pieces pegged in here. And then you just kind of put them in there. And you see how that happens? Like I said, I'm not used to DNA upgrade kits being glued, because I've never bought that many. The only ones I bought is the one for Optimus Prime Jetwing, and then the Optimus Prime Studio Series Dark of the Moon, and then right now, oh, it just happened again. And recently I bought the upgrade kit for the Dinobots, the one that combines the little ones. Yeah. So I'm not that experienced with upgrade kits, so I wouldn't know that's a common thing. So yeah. So now that we got these pieces up, all we gotta do is just bring these little right there with those little pegs, and then we just kind of put them in there. They're pretty easy. They don't fall off or anything like that, so there's no big issues or problems with them, if I'm being honest. So it gives him a little more stable feet, I guess. But yeah, so far he's looking good. His feet look a little tougher. It gives him more of a bulky look when the whole result's done, the whole thing's done. But yeah, see, as you can see, he's already like falling off. So let me just set these up like that. But yeah, now we go with these pieces. These pieces just peg right here, which is pretty cool. You know, I have this theory that the people that do DNA actually work at Hasbro Pulls. You know, you know, they're like, all right, what didn't cover Hasbro Pulls' budget, we'll do it. Because honestly, they could have. We got the shoulder pieces. The shoulder pieces must go, I think, Let me check the instructions real quick. Okay, so they go like this. This little peg is for transformation though, but it's supposed to go this way. So make sure this little tab or peg or whatever is just facing the back. And you just slide it in. It's pretty easy. It's nothing too hard. You just gotta align everything good. It doesn't fall, and you just kind of slide it in there. There we go. And then there we go. No. See? I gotta put crazy glue or something on them because they keep falling off. But I don't know if I should because I don't really play with him that much. So I don't know what to do. But come on. These wings are a little annoying, but they're okay. And there is Vector Prime with the DNA upgrade kit, and he looks so much better. So much better. This is how Vector Prime should have been originally. I always have mine with like a little this thing on there. That way. That is Vector Prime. That looks like a knight. That looks bulky. The whole volume on this figure that's added makes him so much better. This is 100% needed. It just makes him look better. I wish the Age of Primes would look like this, but I don't believe it's going to be a new mold or anything. It's going to be just a repaint. Maybe they'll do it like a little darker tone or something, different color, and that's it. Or maybe it'll just be just a repackage, honestly. I don't know, but so far this looks good. My only issue is with the wings. The wings add up so much weight to it that it just kind of falls. But they are really good articulated. You know, you get some motions. You can get this. They open due to transformation. Kind of cracked there, but it should be fine. And then they're easy to take off. You just take off the original one and then put this one on. Right here, just tap it like where the original ones. You don't have to take this whole section. It's just the wing, the old wing. Just take it off and then just put it back on. I already did that, but I struggle a little bit. That's why I did it, so... I didn't want to show that I'm struggling. But yeah, and you still get some really good posability motions and stuff, you know. You still get some pretty good articulation with the kit, you know. It doesn't limit the posability on it, so it's still a solid kit right here. You know, I'll show the transformation as well. So it's just the wings. The wings are a little trouble-ish. And he's a little too wobbly, so... Aesthetically, it looks great. Amazing. 100% recommend it so far. It's just the freaking legs on this guy. Now, for the accessories, you also get these little things. You get 2 or 3, at least. You need 2 for the transformation, just to make it look cool when he's in vehicle mode. But you only need 1 for robot mode. And... since the new swords don't have little holes to peg in here, which is nice, you just see this hole right here. You're just going to tab that in there. And then you can just grab whatever sword you want and then just... boop. You know? And that's basically it. It looks cool. But, yeah, you know, some nice weapon storage that you get. So, it's nice. Now, the swords are cool because... you have variety of swords, right? But let me show them in the original mode. So this is how they came. You get 3 swords. They all look wonderful. Obviously, I like this one the most because this is the original, like, you know, the handle and stuff with the golden and the purple looks great. But also this blade, I like this blade a lot. It just was too small, you know. But this one's bigger. But look at that, you know. But if you want to keep the blue blade, you can do that, which is really cool because you got this nice compatibility, or not compatibility, but you can just pull it. You grab the other one. They're a little tight, but just be careful. Pull it, and you can just do this. Now that's freaking cool, you know? But let's say you don't like the blue one. You want something more galactic, super cool, you know? Then you just take that. And then you just put this one on it. But I prefer the blue one. The blue one looks so cool. Like that. That looks cool. And then you can just grab this one and then just put that one there. And then just have these nice interchangeable blades. Like that. So, you know. And these two look cool. How they are. And they're the same way as the other sword. You know, you just open the hand. And you just throw that in there. And you just kind of have the blade there. And you can have dual blades. It's not a thing, but you can have dual blades. You know? And that's so cool right there. You know? It's awesome. It doesn't really get much of taller or anything, by the way. But, yeah. So, now with transformation. Transformation is a little easy. Well, not really, but you gotta take off these shoulder pads, which I don't like. I don't like that you have to take off pieces in order for you to transform it. So, just gotta take off these pieces off. These pieces off. And then this piece off. I hate that you have to take all these parts off. I really do. Because the other upgrade kits that I have, I don't really have to do any of that. Taking off pieces and all that. So I guess this is mainly for you to show off your Vector Prime in vehicle mode. I mean, in robot mode. If you don't want to mess with the vehicle mode or anything, then you should get this. But if you want to have it in spaceship mode, it just doesn't really look cool in my opinion. It looks cool, but it just, the whole parts for me just kind of kills it for me. It ruined. And then that, I have to glue that, but I don't know. So I'm gonna just transform it real quick so I can show you guys. Alright, here he is in vehicle form. Now, he looks great. These wings are really nice. These little pieces kind of add up a little more volume. And then you don't really have to take these off. But it's mainly this part that I didn't like. So you're just going to grab the feet. Remember this piece. And then you obviously get two. And then you're just going to put these here. And then these are going to go on these pieces right here. There we go. Like I said before, these pieces, the original version, like without the kit, this is plain without this piece. So all you got to do is just kind of like bring this piece, tab it in there, you know. This folds out. That's how the whole figure original was. You just got to put that in there and then boom. And then you just put that in there. And then right here, we just bring this piece. Just going to bring that in there. Just like that. Bring the wings down. And then remember the little tabs on each piece. We're just going to go in here. Right here. With the tab. Just going to pack it in there. Just like that. For some reason. And then same thing on the other side. Just like that. And then you just bring the swords, whichever one you like. And you can just kind of put them in between the swords if you like. Damn it. There we go. And there's Vector Prime in spaceship mode. Now, does it look cool? Yeah, it really does. Will I have it in vehicle mode? No, it doesn't. No, I won't have it in vehicle mode because this is just... It's not bad, don't get me wrong. It just doesn't feel solid. You know, with the wings being so heavy. It looks great, though. I wish this would have been original, the figure, how it was supposed to be. You know? But it's just the whole thing of taking off the shoulders, the feet, and then put them back on, and then take them off when in robot mode. It's just a hassle. Not really a hassle, but it's kind of annoying to do it, you know? I'm a transformer, not a parts former, you know? Kinda. I don't know. That's my opinion. But overall, the upgrade kit looks good in robot mode. I do recommend it. I got mine on eBay. I didn't get any Big Bad Toy Store or anything like that. But yeah, this thing's worth it. He looks great. It's just a vehicle form that I don't like. I wish they would have made like a little... Oh, he also... I forgot. He also comes with this little filler. This piece was like empty, and this piece just gives it a filler. So that's pretty much it. But other than that, it's all good. And then you can just grab the sword and then just put it somewhere, I guess. I don't know. You can just put it, I guess, here. Ooh, somebody's calling my house. Anyways, since I'm being interrupted by the phone, somebody's calling. This is a great DNA upgrade kit. I do recommend it. Just only if you're gonna show off in robot mode, which it just looks great. Robot mode is perfect. It's just fiddle with it on the way because the wings tip it back up. But other than that, I do recommend it. So please like and subscribe, and thank you. Please like and share, and don't pay overpriced for the kit. I seen it for, I think originally it was $39, but with the whole thing with the tariffs, you know, kind of went up $10 more. So I got mine for like 40 something bucks. If you can get it cheaper, then woohoo, you know. But other than that, I got this for $40. Kind of worth it, you know. But overall, I recommend it. So thank you.